It's week 3 of the 2028 season, and the spotlight is on the Cardinals' veteran running back. It was a nice round number for him last week, and even 100 yards. It's the Cardinals and the Jets. All that and more coming up next.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
On play action, it's Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Holding, offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On 2nd down now, Isaac. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
It appears that they'll go man defense and went to the outlet. What you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a chance first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
11.
Now a give, right side. Isaac, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Isaac. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He punted 4 times. Week as he gets this one away here. Taken right around the 44. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on the opening drive, and now they connect to it for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Here we go.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
11 MT.
Now a handoff up the middle. Isaac. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Isaac. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Offside. Defense. Penalty is declined. On one, ready?
The Jets on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. They set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now Murray, and that is incomplete here. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First down, the run with Lynch. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Up the middle they go. Isaac, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On one, ready?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Isaac. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Burrow. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
11.
On third down, Isaac. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Murray going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Murray. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Murray's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on second down. Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And his kick is indeed good, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll go out of bounds, but 10 yards inside of enemy territory at the 40. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We'll begin with an AFC clash up in the Northeast. Baltimore playing host to Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. From the former home of the Colts to their current home, we head west to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Titans in that ball game. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Alvin Kamara with a touchdown run. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
One thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give, right side. Isaac, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 46 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run with Hall. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Finding his way in for the Jets touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first. Murray now to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. Got to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff up the middle. Isaac, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Isaac, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Up the middle they go. Isaac, and he'll have a Jets 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Burrow on play action. Steps away. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Get in the huddle. Stop.
On second down, Isaac. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 35. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll run with Hall. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Here we go.
So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Here we go.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here we go. Here we go.
The offense on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 7. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
One, ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Harmon. He's into the secondary. Touchdown! A great play there. Scored 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
McPherson now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out now come the Cardinals. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense.
Lynch fighting, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. The Cardinals Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now it's Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to run with Hall. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0 really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He finds Lynch. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Murray. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
In this game, it was well in hand early, never never really in doubt, Charles. You and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.